How do you cross-cancel when you multiply fractions? When you multiply fractions, you multiply the numerators together and multiply the denominators together. But there is another, much simpler method. It's called cross-canceling. You might remember canceling common factors above and below the fraction bar when you were simplifying fractions. You can do the same thing when you multiply fractions by each other, even though the factors come from different fractions. Let's look at an example. 1/2 times 2/3. Here, the factor 2 is both above and below the fraction bars, so they can be cross-canceled. Remember, you can cross-cancel because the factors equal 1 when divided, and anything you multiply by 1 stays the same. You do this before you multiply. Then you complete the multiplication by multiplying the numerators by each other. 1 times 1 is 1, and the denominators by each other. 1 times 3 is 3. The answer is 1/3. Here's another example. 5/9 times 6/25. Let's see whether we can cross-cancel anything before we multiply. A quick glance doesn't reveal any obvious common factors, but you might find some if you factorize the numerators and denominators into prime factors. 5 is a prime number, so you don't have to factorize that. 9 is 3 times 3. 6 is 2 times 3. And 25 is 5 times 5. Now you can see that these composite numbers hid some common factors, and you can clean up with some cross-cancellation. 5 and 5 cancel out, and 3 and 3 cancel out. That leaves you with 1 times 2 times 1 in the numerator, and 1 times 3 times 1 times 5 in the denominator. The answer is 2/15. If you did not cross-cancel anything on this problem, you would have gotten 30 225ths after multiplying the numerators and the denominators. Next, you would have had to factorize and simplify the fraction until you got the answer 2/15. Imagine how much time you can save by mastering cross-cancellation. You should always try to cross-cancel factors when you multiply fractions.